Hey everyone, this is Mohith from Thennika Creations. Welcome to another tutorial in Fusion 9. In this tutorial, we'll be creating this rotating text effect. If you like this video, remember to leave a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon for notifications. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to set the time range to 148 frames. Here we have an image. If we drag it into the viewer, you'll notice that we'll be using it for the color references as a color palette. So let's go forward, click inside the flow and let's add a background node. Now if we drag it into this viewer, you'll notice that the size of this background is 1920 by 1080. Let's make it a square. So let's go into image and I'm going to set it to 500 by 500. Both width and height to 500. Okay, so now we have a perfect square. Next, let's go to color and click on this pick and drag it to this color over here so that we get this color for this background. Now to this background node, let's add a rectangle mask. Okay, in the properties window, let's increase the width and height to 1 so that it matches with the background's size. The only thing that will change in the properties window is the corner radius. Let's set it to 0.2. So now this is the shape of the background. Select these two nodes and Ctrl C to copy them. And then let's paste it 4 times. So click inside the flow here, Ctrl V, click here, Ctrl V, Ctrl V and paste one more time. Okay. Now let's change the color of these background nodes. So select this one, drag it to the viewer. Let's click on this pick and pick this color. For this one, I'm going to pick this color. For this one, I'll pick the same light yellow color. Okay. And for this, I'll make it white. Okay. Drag all these values to 1. Drag it to the viewer. Next, let's merge all these together. So connect the output of this background node to the output of this background node. Drag it over here. Connect the output of this to this. Connect this to this. Connect the output of this to this one. Okay. And let's drag it here. You'll notice that the white is on top of all of these. Okay. Let's make a change for this white. So select this rectangle and I'm going to off this solid over here and then increase the border width to 0.06. So now we get this result. Okay. Click inside the flow and let's add one more background node and then connect the output of this merge node to the output of this background node. Now this background node is 1920 by 1080. So if we drag it into the viewer, this is what we get. Okay. So let's make some space, drag these two a little bit down and select this merge. And to this one, I'm going to add one transform node. Drag it over here. So this transform node is added so that we can rotate this square. So let's go to frame 25 and set a key for this angle by double clicking on this vertical rectangle. Okay, then go to 50 and I'm going to set this value to 90. Okay, so you'll notice that we get this rotation. Let's go to 75 and set this value to 180. Okay, and then go to 100 and make it 270. Okay, so this is what we are getting. Okay, let's go to the spline editor, click on angle, fit, click inside the graph editor, Ctrl A to select all the keyframes, F to flat, then press T on the keyboard to bring up the handle values, click on lock in and out and change this value to 80. Go back to the flow and if we play now, this is what we get. Now we are done with the rotation, but the problem is that we can only see this yellow square, that is this one, and we need to reveal these as well. So let's select this one and drag it over here and let's select all of these and pull it up like so. Then let's select this one, Control C to copy that, and Control V to paste. Drag it over there. And for this rectangle, let's go into the properties window and change the paint mode to subtract. So let's do the same thing for these as well. So select this one, Control C to copy, Control V to paste, and change it to subtract. Do the same thing here, Control C, Control V, change it to subtract. Do the same thing here, Control C, Control V, and make it subtract. This one will let it be as it is. Okay. So what has happened is, if we just drag this one over here, we are not able to see the background color. That's because this is set to subtract. So first of all, let's reveal this background node. So let's go to frame 0 and go to the center, right click, go to modify with XY path. Then let's go to frame 25 and then set this Y to minus 0.5. Okay. If you see now, we have the background revealing itself downwards, right? The only problem is that we need to get rid of this curve here. So select this one and let's reduce the corner radius to 0. Okay, let's do that for these three as well. Select this one, make it 0. Same thing here, this one as well. So we are done with the first blue background. Let's go forward. Now select this one, go to frame 25, then go to center, right click at the center and go to modify with XY path. And then go to 50. Now we have to remember that we have rotated it at a 90-degree intervals. At 50, instead of setting this Y to minus 0.5, I'll set X to minus 0.5. That's because we have rotated it 90 degrees, right? So if you see, it's working perfectly, right? So for this one, we have rotated it 180 degrees, right? So we'll go back to Y. So let's go to 50, right click at the center, modify with XY path, go to 75. We will be changing the value of Y, but not to minus 0.5, but to 1.5, that is in the opposite direction, right? So if we see here, we have the desired result. Okay, so let's select this one at 75, right click at the center, go to modify with XY path, then let's go to 100 and with X, because we rotated it to 270 degrees, we'll set this X value to 1.5. Okay, so if we see, so if we just play now, this is what we get. Okay, now let's select these. I'm going to control click on this one and this one. Okay, and go to the spline editor, just click on selection. Okay, fit, click inside the graph editor, Control A to select all the keyframes, F to flat, and then set this value to 70. Click inside the flow, and if you just see, there's a little bit of force there. So that's looking good. Now we've got all the backgrounds revealed. Let's now add the text. Okay, so click here, add a text plus node, and then connect the output of this text plus node to the output of this background node. Click on this text and let's type in the text, motion titles. Okay, and then let's make sure that this is set to light. Anyway, we'll be changing that at a later stage anyways. Then let's go to layout. If we drag it over here, you can see that the alignment is at the center. Let's make it to the left. So go to alignment and click on left. Okay, so let's drag this here and see how it looks. Okay, so let's move it this side. So change the center value X to 0.4. Alright, now copy this one, Control C, and click here and Control V to paste that. Then connect the output of this text to the output of this background, not this one. Then let's drag this here. Okay, select this one, change the text to creative designs. Then let's copy this one, Control C, click here, Control V to paste, connect this to this, drag here, select this one and change the text to easy to use. Then select this one, Control C, click here, Control V to paste, connect the output of this text to the output of this background node. Now with this one, we'll change a little bit more. First, let's change the text. So let's type in smooth text effects. Then let's go into the layout, and for this one, let's make it align to the center. And then change the center value to 0.5. Let's also change the size of this text to 0.06. Okay, like that. Now you'll already notice there is some problem. It's vertical instead of being horizontal, right? Now that's because of the rotation here, so we need to adjust it here. So let's click on this one. Let's see. Okay, all the texts are now overlapping each other, so let's take care of that first. So I'm going to connect the output of this rectangle to the mask input of this merge. Do the same thing here, connect the output of this rectangle to the mask input of this merge. Connect the output of this rectangle to the mask input of this merge, and connect this to the mask input of this. So we've taken care of that problem. Now let's adjust the text. So selecting this text, let's add a transform node to that. Okay, so let's go here, and if you see, this is also vertical, so let's rotate it like so. So that will be -90, and then select this text and add one more transform node for that. Let's go here and let's rotate it like so. So that will be 180. So that works. So select this one and add one more transform node to that. So let's go here and then let's rotate. That will be set to 90. Okay. So let's adjust it a little bit to make it more tidy. Like that. Click inside the flow, and if we just play, this is what we're getting. I just feel like there is some problem for this one here. Let's see. Go to the spline editor, and yes, this is the issue. Okay, let's get rid of that. Go to flow, and that should solve it. Let's get rid of this key as well. Go to the flow, and then let's add some animation to this. Right now it's just staying where it is, the text. Let's give some motion to it. Okay, so let's select this one, add a transform node for that too. Go to frame 25, go to the center, right click, modify with XY path. Okay, then let's go to 10 and set this value to 0.55. Right. So if you see, there is some motion for that, which is good. So I'll go to the spline editor, select these two, press F to flat, and then select this one and set this value to 70. Then let's select this transform node, go to 50 and right click at the center, go to modify with XY path. Then let's maybe go to 35, and I'm going to set, yeah, I want it to move horizontally, so I'm going to set Y to 0.55. Let's see if that is what we are getting. Yes, you can see that it is moving horizontally and not vertically. So let's go to the spline editor, fit, click inside the graph editor, Control A to select all the keyframes, press F to flat, select this one, set that value to 70. Okay, go back to the flow, select this one now. Let's go to frame 75. Right click at the center, go to modify with XY path, and then let's maybe go to 60, and let's set I want it to move from down to up. So let's use the Y itself. That will be 0.55. Okay, so let's see if that works. Yes, it is moving upwards, right? So go to the spline editor for that too. Fit, click inside the graph editor, Ctrl A to select all the keyframes, press F to flat, and then select this and select this and set that value to 70. Okay, go to the flow and then select this one, go to frame 100, right click at the center, go to modify with XY path, and then maybe at 85 I'm going to set X to 0.45. Okay, because I want it to move from up downwards. Yes, it is moving downwards. So go to the spline editor, fit, click inside the graph editor, Ctrl A, F to flat, delete this one. Okay, and select this and set this value to 70. Go back to the flow, click, and then let's play it. So that looks good. Let's make some changes to the text. I don't like the color of this one here and even the styling, so let's change those things. So select this text, go to the text, right click at the style text and go to character level styling. Okay, drag this to the viewer. So go to modifier, open the character level styling. I'm going to select motion and make it bold. Then select titles and then I'm going to make it italic and let's reduce the size to 0.06. So I think this looks better, right? Okay. Now select this one. Then let's drag it here. Go to the tools, right click at the style text, go to character level styling, go to the modifier, open the character level styling, select creative, make it bold, select design, make it italic and reduce the size. Then go back to the tools and inside the tools I'm going to change the color of this. Not inside the modifier but in the tools, let's change the color. Go to shading, color and set this value to 0.2. Okay, so yeah, it's changed here. So let's select this one, drag it to this viewer, then right click at the style text, go to character level styling, go to the modifier, open the character level styling, select easy and make it bold, select this and make it italic and reduce the size. Let's select this one, drag it here. I'm going to go to the tools, right click at the style text, character level styling. Go to the modifier, open this one, select smooth text, make it bold, and then select this, make it italic and reduce the size to 0.05. Now go back to the tools and change the color. Go to shading and click on this one and set this value to 0.2. Okay, so this is what we have. All right, we have taken care of everything else. I really don't like the background, so let's work on that. So I'm going to drag this background here. At 25 maybe I'm going to just bring this palette up. Okay, and then select this background and pick this color for it. Let's see, this one. Okay, and set a key for the color there at frame 40. Okay, let's see, at 40 let's change the color to a darker yellow, that one. Okay, then let's go forward like here at 65, let's change the color again. Pick this one. I'm just making sure that this color has not completely reached its final position. So when the color change happens, it will be more natural. So let's go forward to, yeah, like 90. And there I'm going to pick this color. Okay, maybe this one. Let's see how that works. Okay. So if we play now, you'll notice that there is a transition between the colors, which I don't want. So I'll go to the spline editor, fit, click inside the graph editor, Control A to select all the keyframes and click on this stepped. Now what that will do is the color will change suddenly. Okay, like when it reaches here, it will change suddenly like this. So that looks nice. It's still very boring, so let's make it a little more interesting. So I'll add one more background node, click inside the flow, add one more background node, and then connect the output of this to the output of this background node. Okay, and select this one, select this background node and go to gradient tool. Then I'll select this merge. I'll make sure that this apply mode is set to soft light. Okay, something like this. Then select our new background and then click on repeat. And then let's just move this point over here like so. So if I keep it like this, it looks like this. Okay. Or if I want like this, I can do that, or like so. Okay, I'll just keep it like so. Okay, let's play it now. Okay, we can change the colors if we want. So this one I can change it to something else, a little bit more like so. And this one, this I think is fine. This one could be something else like that. And this, by the way, could be like so. Yeah, like that. So we can change all of that. Okay. And then maybe for this one, I'll go to this button and on motion blur, I'll disable OpenCL, increase the quality, and let's increase this somewhere there. Okay, just to get the motion blur. Let's now click inside the flow and press Alt on the keyboard, click and drag to the viewer. Start render. So now the rendering is done. So I'll go here and press F4 to expand the view, play. So that's the result that we have. So that's it for this video. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. It helps a lot. Remember to share the video, leave a like, all that good stuff. Thanks a lot for watching. This is Mohith signing off and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.